Elon.
Over the past week or so, there has been a bit of a feud between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And today, in this video, I will crown the winner of this feud, as I don't know where else it can possibly go from here after one of these competitors absolutely bodied the other. So let me go through this feud in case you didn't know this was going on. It all kind of really just rose to the surface this week. But let's first go back in time, back to 2020, when they both loved each other. Here is Trump saying Elon Musk is like Thomas Edison. He's one of our great geniuses, and we have to protect our geniuses. So that's 2020. More recently, of course, Elon Musk said he would reverse Donald Trump Twitter ban, which that deal with Twitter has fallen through, unless he's forced to buy it. Anyway, it's the whole separate story. But he said he would reverse the ban. So, still as recently as May, he's still out there supporting Trump in some way. But now we have a bit of a turn. On the 15th of June, Elon Musk leaning towards supporting DeSantis for president. This is where the shift took place. So Donald Trump, he's all about loyalty. He's not loyal to you. He's not loyal to anybody, but you have to be loyal to him. And if you're not, if you even make one comment or don't fight as hard as you could to fight for him, then he will turn against you. And that's what happened here. So Elon Musk leaning towards DeSantis. As I've shown you in other videos, DeSantis right now continues to increase his lead over Trump in potential primary matchup polling. And among conservative media viewers, that gap is even wider in favor of DeSantis, showing where the trend is going. So any move that is going to help DeSantis and hurt Trump potentially in a future matchup for 2024, Trump's not going to like. So that's why he came out during his Alaska rally and said this.
And go out, by the way, while I'm here and sign up now for Truth Social. It's hot as a pistol, and you see that. I pulled that one right. Leon's, I tell you what, Elon is not going to buy Twitter. Where did you hear that before? From me. From a fake account. She says fake. A lot of them. Nah, he's got himself a mess. He said the other day, I've never voted for a Republican. I said, I didn't know that. He told me he voted for me. So he's another bullshit artist, but he's not going to be buying it. He's not going to be buying it. Although he might later. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? He's got a pretty rotten contract. I looked at his contract. Not a good contract. But he's not. Sign up for Truth. We love the truth.
All right, so this is not the end of it. It gets better. It escalates to a place that I couldn't even imagine. So we're going to get there, and I'm going to crown the winner. But here, Trump says that Elon Musk is a bullshit artist, claiming that Elon Musk said he voted for him. Elon Musk on Twitter to that claim says it's not true. So I'm not sure who to believe here, but I actually tend to believe Elon Musk in this case. Trump, we know, he's going to talk himself up. I don't know why Elon Musk would lie about this, considering it would help him with his conservative base to say he did vote for Trump. But anyways, so Trump also says that he called out that Elon Musk would not buy Twitter, which is true. Donald Trump did call that out beforehand, and he says that contract was rotten. Now, Elon Musk goes on to reply saying, I don't hate the man, but it's time for Trump to hang up his hat and sail into the sunset. Dems should also call off the attack. Don't make it so that Trump's only way to survive is to regain the presidency. I don't even know what this means. Calling off the attack, I assume the attack means call off the investigation into January 6th. Calling that off would make it easier for Trump to regain the presidency, because that would mean he wouldn't face any charges for the obvious laws he broke. I mean, at the very least, it's out in the open that he is engaging in witness tampering, trying to influence witnesses that are going to go before the committee. So to have a different standard if you're in power and not apply the law to that individual, in this case Trump, would just be ridiculous. So I'm not sure how calling off the investigation into what happened would hurt Trump. I don't even know what he's trying to say here. It's a really bizarre claim. But he also goes on to say Trump would be 82 at the end of the term, which is too old to be chief executive of anything, let alone the United States of America. If DeSantis runs against Biden in 2024, then DeSantis will easily win. He doesn't even need to campaign. I actually, unfortunately, agree with this. Biden is a terrible president, a terrible campaigner. DeSantis is a worse individual, no doubt about it. But the fact that DeSantis is a lesser known quantity means a lot more people would be open to potentially voting for him. So that would help DeSantis. And in fact, not campaigning would probably also help him. So I don't, unfortunately, I think this is the case, which is another reason why Democrats have to get somebody else in this position. Biden has to step down. If he doesn't step down, he has to be primary challenged. There has to be a challenge to him if he continues on for a second term. But that's a different discussion. Trump responds. This is where we get to the good shit. So Trump on Truth Social said, when Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me he was a big Trump fan and Republican, I could have said, quote, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. Now, there is more. He goes on further, but before I get there, I have to address this fact that absolutely Elon Musk, his companies have been propped up by subsidies. Well, he claims he doesn't want anyone else getting those subsidies. So this from Business Insider. Elon Musk is speaking out against government subsidies. Here's a list of the billions of dollars his businesses have received. So I'll link to this below for a bigger breakdown, but overall, over the years, Musk's companies, Tesla Motors, SpaceX, and SolarCity, have received billions of dollars from government loans, contracts, tax credits, and subsidies. According to an LA Times investigation, Musk's companies had received an estimated $4.9 billion in government support by 2015, and they've gotten more since. So we're talking $4.9 billion by 2015. That was years ago. Who knows how much more he's received since then? But absolutely, this is the kind of critique that even most Democrats don't call out. Most Democrats are not willing to criticize Elon Musk. Bernie Sanders is like the one standout I can think of. And a few progressives in the House have called this stuff out, but very few. So to see Donald Trump call out Elon Musk's attachment to subsidies is a wonderful thing to see. And this is why I think the winner in this feud is obvious. But before I officially crown it, let me go on to finishing the Truth Social messages here. So Trump also goes on to say, now Elon should focus on getting himself out of the Twitter mess because he could owe $44 billion for something that's perhaps worthless. Also, lots of competition for electric cars. Also a great point. Tesla, this is kind of an aside, but Tesla's going to become less and less important in the electric car space. So other manufacturers have finally caught up. It took them a while. And yes, Tesla was a trailblazer in that sense, but others have now caught up with much better vehicles that have much higher quality control than Tesla does. I mean, the issues with Tesla cars in terms of the reliability and things just breaking, like random stuff breaking and not working, it's notorious. So to have the competition now finally catch up, Tesla is going to be in a tough spot. And Trump goes on to say, P.S. why Elon Musk was allowed to break, why was Elon allowed to break the $15 million stock purchase barrier on Twitter without any reporting? That is a very serious breach. Have fun, Elon and Jack of Twitter. Go to it. Okay. Well, I think it's obvious who won this feud. Donald Trump. Elon Musk, his only reply to this, excuse me, is LMAO. So that's to the message I showed you earlier. Just that, that's not really a defense. Not really a defense here. And then tweets this out, old man yelling at cloud, the Simpsons meme here. Excuse me. Unbelievable. So I think it's obvious who won this this fight here. And look, it also shows you that if it wasn't for Trump having any political power, he is, in my opinion, the most successful, funniest right-wing comedian. Like, that's what he really should be doing. If he wants to hold these rallies separate from any idea of trying to attain political power, hold these rallies, call out people in power or people that have power, capitalists like Elon Musk, I got no issue with that. And in fact, it's incredibly entertaining. The problem, of course, is that Trump is still claiming he won the election when he didn't. When he was in power, he was a complete disaster. But if he was just an entertainment figure on his own, and that's all he was, this stuff is entertaining. And he really is, I think, one of the most successful and one of the most talented right-wing entertainers.